Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mr. Kenny, and welcome to my class. The first assignment I'm going to ask you to do, or one of the first assignments I'm going to ask you to do, is a little intro video about yourself. You're going to tape yourself for 3 minutes, 4 minutes. You're going to tell me a good 6 or 7 things about yourself, maybe 8, 9, 10, but a bunch of things about yourself. And then you're going to upload it to me, and I'm going to watch it. Nobody else is going to watch these videos but me, but I'd like to learn a little bit about you, my students. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm 46 years old. I grew up in Montclair, New Jersey. I went to Montclair High School, graduated in 1992. I live in Montclair now with my family, and I work in Union. This is my 20th year at Union High School, teaching English. I went to Fordham University. I majored in English. I graduated there in 1996. I actually met my wife in our freshman dorm. We dated all throughout college. Got married about 10 years after college, and 26 years later, here we are. 2 daughters, 11 and 10 years old. I love them very much. They're pretty much the most important things in my life. But there's still a lot of other things that make me me, and I'm going to tell you about that. For one, I'm a video gamer. Have been since I was a child. When I was 4 or 5 years old, my brother got the first Atari game system. It had just come out. It was the first video games console ever, and it was given to him as a gift. And whenever he was not playing it, you could find me down on that Atari. Whether it was, I would sometimes get up at 4 or 5 in the morning because I knew they would be sleeping, and I would go down there and I would play Pong, and I would play, oh man, all the other games, Laser Commands and everything else. After that, a couple of years later, we got the ColecoVision. I remember playing Zaxxon and more Missile Command. After that, we got the Commodore 64. That was my other brother got the Commodore 64, which was more of a computer console, like a PC, but it had fantastic games. I remember playing Summer Olympic Games. I remember playing Quest. After that, got the first Nintendo, got the first PlayStation, and so on and so forth. So now I have the PS4. I'm a PS4 guy, I'm a PlayStation guy. The games that I'm playing now, I'm actually just about to finish The Last of Us 2. I've been playing all summer long. It's fantastic. Really fun. I played The Last of Us, and this one is just better story, better action, better gameplay, more zombies and monsters. It's very cool. I'm almost done with it. I'm actually in the process this morning of trying to figure out what my next video game is going to be. I just texted Miss Selby. Some of you may have had her or know her. She's also an avid video game player. Side note, I taught Miss Selby as a freshman. Oh my gosh, about 20 years ago or 17 years ago. It was one of my first years teaching. And now she's an English teacher with me, and we're close friends, which is very cool. So I'm playing The Last of Us 2. I'm almost done with it. I'm looking into getting Final Fantasy VII, the remake. I'm just doing my research. I just texted her. I'm waiting to hear back from her. But there's plenty of other games I can choose from. I am normally an end of the world game type player, like an apocalyptic game player. I love the end of the world. Those are the books that I love to read and the games that I love to play. I really loved Dying Light. It was crazy. It was hard, but I enjoyed it. I played last year what I think may have been my favorite PlayStation game ever, and that would be Days Gone, which is a zombie biker apocalyptic game, and it was awesome. Of course, I loved playing all the GTA games. I still think Liberty City is the best GTA game, although GTA 5 was fun. Certainly, I loved the plane missions. I thought those were the best, flying through the circles and having to do it on time and whatnot. I thought that was great. But if you go back to Liberty City, that's the best, with the police missions, the taxi missions, the ambulance missions. I think that was fire missions, department missions, but I'm not so sure about that. But my favorite were the taxi missions. I just had a blast playing that and driving all over town and whatnot. My favorite game of all time, Mario 64, without a doubt, for the Nintendo 64. Oh, man, I just loved that game. It's a Mario. Gosh, I could play that game over and over. The only problem is I don't have my Nintendo 64 anymore. I believe my wife got rid of it years ago. She's never allowed to get rid of any more game systems. I have up there my PS3. When I get my PS5 in a couple of months, I will put the PS4 next to my PS3 so I can play those old great games again. I was really foolish to get rid of that or allow my wife to get rid of the Mario 64, the Nintendo 64. If anybody has never played it and you have access to it, somebody in your family has the old Nintendo 64 and they have it, please play it. It is the best. Little side note about Mario 64. It is credited as being the first open world game of all time. No video game before had ever done the open world concept. And I remember the first time I played it, I went, whoa, this is really cool. It was hard at first, but I got used to it. It's actually one of the things that's bothering me about The Last of Us 2 is the fact that it's so linear, and once you pass a part, you can't go back and fix it or, pick something up that you need for a trophy. So I find that annoying, the linear aspect of games. But I still enjoy some. For instance, Uncharted. I played all 4 of those. Those are linear games. Once you pass something, you can't go back. And that is annoying, but they're still fun. So that's my video gaming. I love it. I play maybe an hour or 2 a night. I will say this, maybe some of you can take note. I don't allow myself to turn on my video game every day for the hour or so that I play every day until I have all my chores done. Kids are fed, homework is done, food is done, cleaning is done. Once I have all of that done, once I'm prepared for school for the next day, I have all my grading done, then I allow myself to play that video game for an hour. I bet you that's a lesson that some of you might need to learn yourselves. Get your stuff done before you have fun. You'll feel better and your life will work better for me. Trust me. All right, a couple other things I like to do. I love to read. Stephen King is my favorite author of all time. I've read all of his books a few times, all of his old books. I have about 3 of his new ones, which I'm waiting to read right now. I'm very excited about those. So I'm a big reading fan. I also like to write, although I find it tedious and difficult. I know I'm good at writing. It's annoying to do it. It's tedious because you have to go back and you have to fix it over and over, but I know that I'm good at it and I enjoy being good at it, but reading really is my favorite thing. I also love end of the world books, and I also like classic literature as well. Your Charles Dickens, your Edgar Allan Poe, stuff like that. Outdoor stuff I love to do. I'm a snowboarder. I've been snowboarding since I was 16 years old. This year we started taking the girls. They have been skiing. I've been snowboarding, so we've been having a lot of fun with that. For fun also, I play Frisbee golf. It has nothing to do with regular golf. It's a golf game played with Frisbees and you throw them into baskets. Courses have 18 holes. The best part about Frisbee golf is it's completely free. You don't have to pay to use the courses. There are hundreds of courses. I think there's about 800 courses around America. Just in New Jersey, there's at least 20 or 30 courses. It's fantastic. It's awesome. You do a lot of walking and hiking through the mountains, and you hang out with your buddies, your friends. My suggestion, before you knock it, Google disc golf, Frisbee golf, and take a look at what it's like. Now, don't mistake trick shots for Frisbee golf. I don't do trick shots. I might make a trick shot once or twice a year just by luck, but the things that you'll see on these guys who do the trick shots, it's pretty amazing. I secretly think they film themselves for hours and hours and hours just to take that 1 second of a good shot, and then they edit that all together so it makes it look like they're more fantastic than they are. But trick shots are different from the actual game. When you graduate, I will be happy to go play Frisbee golf with anybody. Meet me, give me your number, we'll text, I'll meet you at a course and I'll show you, I'll bring you the discs and I'll show you how to play. That's when you graduate. Oh, also, when you graduate, give me your gamer ID tag. I'd love to be friends with you. I have several ex-students of mine, old students of mine that are now friends of mine on PlayStation. So share me your tag when you graduate, and I'd love to play it in games, or certainly just watch what you're playing and you can watch what I'm playing. Any more about me? I love baseball. I watch the Yankees religiously. I'm a football fan, a New York Giants fan, unfortunately, but hopefully this year we get better. Basketball, I don't really watch that much anymore, mostly because I'm a Knicks fan. And yeah, the Knicks are just not a very good team to watch. It makes me kind of sick every time I do watch them. Back in the 90s, my brother had season tickets to the Knicks, so I got to go and watch Michael Jordan play and Larry Johnson and all the greats, Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley. So I'll always be a Knicks fan for life, but I'm kind of waiting for them to get a little bit better before I watch them religiously again. I love to cook. I do all the cooking in my house, and not just because my wife is a terrible cook, but also because I enjoy doing it and I'm pretty good at it. Mostly I just like spending time with my family. The most important thing you need to know about me regarding you and this job is I am completely dedicated to your success, to your being the best student you can possibly be. And the thing I'm going to say to you now, I'm going to challenge you all, is to ask you this question. Are you giving 100% effort in all of your classes? or even in any of your classes. And when I say 100% effort, I mean, are you doing all the work that's assigned to you? Are you showing up for every class? Are you studying for every test and or quiz? And are you doing all your essays or projects that you have to do? I'm going to tell you now. It took me until my graduate school. By the way, I didn't tell you, I went to Montclair State University for my graduate degree teaching English. And it took me until my graduate school to finally understand that if I just gave 100% effort and tried as hard as I could, that I would be a much more successful and a happier student. And when I started doing that, I'll tell you right now, at Montclair High, I was a B student. I read a 2.9, 3.0. At Fordham, same thing, 2.9, 3.0. And that's just because I was happy getting Bs, not working as hard as I could to get the As, because I was like, a B is good enough. Montclair State, I realized, you know what? If I work my butt off, if I give 100% effort, I'm going to get the A's. And I did. I got almost all A's in Montclair State. I graduated with a 3.94 or 3.90, somewhere around there. I think I had 1 or 2 B pluses. And that's not because I didn't work my hardest. It's just because things didn't work out. Not always is working your hardest going to guarantee you the best grade possible. But I'm telling you now, it's going to make your life a lot better. You're going to do better, and you're going to feel better about yourself. Another thing, a small thing I want to talk about your success is getting everything done when it's assigned. If you could sign something on a Monday and it's due Friday, do that assignment on Monday night. Then you can come in Tuesday and show your teacher, hey, did I do this correctly? Is there anything more I need to do or anything I need to fix? And if it's great, the teacher will say, this is great, let me have it, you're good. And if it's not, they'll say, oh, you got to fix this, you got to fix that, bring it back to me. Then go home on Tuesday night, fix it again, right? Bring it back on Wednesday and have them look at it. The more you do this, the better you will do. Always get your assignments done when they're assigned. You don't know what's going to happen during the week, whether or not you're going to fall ill or fall in love. And once that happens, all bets are off as far as getting your work done, because you're going to be seeing stars and fireworks and whatnot. Get your work done when it's assigned. It's so much better for you. Last thing I'm going to talk about as far as your success is make lists. Always. This is a list of all the things I wanted to talk about right now in this introduction video. I wouldn't have remembered all the things that I wanted to talk about, because nobody remembers everything they want to do. So make lists of all your homework, all your tests, all your assignments, all your readings, everything. And then as you're doing these things, check them off. And then at the end of each night, you go to your list and you say, oh, everything's checked off, I'm good for tomorrow. And you can make sure, you can almost guarantee your success. Lists do that for you. So again, I'm going to finish off by saying, I'm Mr. Kenny. This is my 20th year teaching English at Union High School, and I am here for you to be successful. Now, I believe that English is the most important class, because doing well in English is going to help you to do well in all your other classes. Taking good notes, studying well, reading and writing, that's all important for all of your classes. So try your best in all your classes, specifically my class, of course, but no, in all of your classes, and watch the success follow. I am always here for you if you need me. Ask me, email me, find me in the hallways and bother me. Mr. Kenny, I don't understand this, or I need help with that. And I will make time to help you. Also, know this. Even when you're not my student, I'm still a teacher here for you. So if I have you for sophomore English and junior or senior year, I'm not your teacher, but you're having problems in English class, oh, you better find me, because I'm here to help you. Also, if I'm teaching you for senior English, for my horror literature class, next year, when you're in college, please bother me. I am here for you. Email me with any essays you need me to go over. Give me more than 2 minutes, though, to do it. Maybe give me a day or two to look over things. Or if you just need help with research, ideas, reading, you don't understand something a teacher is asking you, please bother me. I'm here at all times. I probably have about 30 or 40 students every year that are bothering me from colleges to help them, and I am more than happy to help them. So please utilize me. This is going to be a great year. Give 100% effort, and you're going to see success follow. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.